Hello everyone, I'm back here with another video, and sorry for the last few days. Something happened both days, so yes. So yeah. Once again, this story was written by Oshers Tranmigrate. We're on chapter 41 of 50, so we're very close to the end. And before we start the video, make sure to head over to Anime Alternate and subscribe. He makes really good what ifs. He's doing what if Naruto was Uzumaki right now. So yeah, without that, let's get into the video. Okay. Chapter 41, The Newlyweds. Previously, wedding of course, my wedding of course. Collectively a gasp escaped the mouth of those who did not know beforehand. Right, good thing, is that I'm in my suit. Let's go, Naruto said as he jumped off the balcony of headquarters. Gaara smiled as he watched the blonde unite his cloak while in midair, making them flutter and fly high up before disappearing. Naruto flipped and landed on the roof of the Hokage Tower. Gaara, who was his best man, dispelled his hinge to reveal a Tonto. Then he rode a sand cloud together with Temari and Kankuro to the Hokage's mansion entrance. Onoki simply flew down while A and Mai had to take the normal exit. Hokage Mansion Event Hall. The hall was crammed with people, especially those from Naruto's generation and his friends. The adults were having light conversation while the children were miling around, savoring the buffet. Everyone was invited to the Hokage's wedding. At the front stage, there was a white table with 5 tired wedding cakes. There was also a Sejong and ceramic cup. Welcome to the Hokage's wedding, everyone, especially the guests of honor, the Kage. Tsunade, the MC, spoke interestingly. A smile doubly. This was the wedding that he had envisioned for Yugito, not married to some rich man whose son who would have given 5 shits about her and only her looks. Naruto stood at the stage with Gaara standing behind him. They were awaiting the arrival of the bride. The hall went silent as the doors opened and Yugito stormed down the aisle in a wedding kimono. She seemed to be giving a smirk style. Naruto noticed and gave a knowing smirk. He waited patiently as the bride walked onto the steps leading to the stage. It was the moment that a black rod materialized in Naruto's hand. Before anyone could say anything, the bridegroom lunged at the bride, driving his black chakra receiver straight through her heart, in front of the whole crowd. A's lightning cloak flashed to life, anger boiling. He was going to murder the Hokage. Yugito chuckled weakly. Rodame Hokage, you are protective. Then the bride collapsed to the floor, not even bleeding a single drop. The Raikage was brought out of his emotions when he noticed that fact. It didn't make sense. Naruto snapped his fingers. Anbu, get the wedding crasher away from me. By this time, the fact of the corpse had turned from female to male. The blonde hair turned green. The skin turned pure white. As I thought, this guy is an infiltrator. If he is even a guy, I sense that he is artificial, no doubt a spy from the Akatsuki sent to assassinate me. What a low move, Naruto analyzed, as he used the chakra receiver to track the chakra's origin and found many chakra signatures. In fact, millions identical chakras. Fellow Kages, what you saw was probably a soldier of the army the Akatsuki has assembled. In the Daijin Nikitation for Shinobu World War against us, article humans that can be replicated and can transform into copies of us. For information right down to the tiniest detail, including chakra systems. They have replaced millions of these soldiers, making a large force. However, it seems that they are much weaker than normal shinobi, and can only use taijutsu, Naruto announced. The other Kages steeled their faces as this anyone could be a spy. Then how did the Hokage know? So you stabbed your bride with only a small suspicion that she was a spy, the Raikage yelled. Naruto smirked. You see, Raikage Dona, I know Yugito better than anyone, and by extension, her personality. The soldier can copy anything, however, they control their own movements. This personality may differ from the actual person's personality. The only thing that we can use to tell them apart. Therefore, I know by the cocky demeanor of the bride, that is not what Yugito. Additionally, where wears the bridesmaid? Raikage bowed his head in shame. He had noticed the last detail, which was the most obvious. Well, anyone, the real bride is here, Naruto said, as Aiken, the flower girl, and subtly beautiful Yugito stepped into the hall, followed by her bridesmaids, Tintin and Ino. Yugito was dressed in green wedding kimono with a flower in her hair. No doubt Ino's doing. Her ponytail was braided carefully, tied by small bands, while her bands carried the side of her face. Yugito's rosy lips were curled into a smirk. Her kimono was held tightly by the blue slash lines with her pearls, and underneath she wore a yellow juban. In short, she looked perfect. Was she ascended the steps? The entire scene of lavender and grapefruit hit Naruto in full blast, making him reminisce about the time he had gone through with his lover, Uzumaki Yugito. He loved the sound of that. She smiled gently as she took her place next to Naruto. Gaara took a cup from the table and filled it with sake, as did Tintin. Each later passed their cups to the groom and bride, respectively, before returning to their sides. Tsunade smiled as they exchanged their cups and drank from them slowly. Tsunade asked, Do you, Uzumaki Naruto, take Ni Yugito to be your lawfully wedded wife? I, Uzumaki Naruto, take Ni Yugito to be my lawfully wedded wife. My constant friends, my faithful partner, and my love for this day forward. In the presence of Kami, our family and friends, I offer you my solemn vow to be your faithful partner in sickness and in health. In good times and in bad, in joy as well as sorrow, I promise to love you unconditionally, to support you in your goals, to honor and respect you, to laugh with you and cry with you, and cherish you for as long as we both shall live. Naruto restated his wedding vows, making Kushina tear up slightly. My son has grown up, she muttered, wiping away the tears. And do you need Yukito take Uzumaki to be your lawfully wedded husband? Tsunade asked. I need Yukito to take Uzumaki Naruto to be my beloved husband and to have husband to have and hold you, to honor you, to treasure you, to be at your side in sorrow and in joy, and to the good times and the bad, to love and cherish you always, I promise. So basically, she basically repeated Naruto thing. Yukito answered, exchanging the rings. Tsunade ordered making Gaara and Tenten pull out the wedding rings and pass it to their respective friends. Naruto slipped the ring onto Yukito's finger. It was a dual golden band. At the top was a large diamond surrounding by 8 other small diamonds. It also had their names inscribed on the inner side, and of course a Raijin Jutsu. The ring had the same potential features as the engagement ring, storage shield, and shooting fire. Just that with a high capability and higher management, it was engaged next to the engagement ring. Next, Yukito did the same with her ring. It was white gold bands studding it with gay garnets, and outlook with obsidian. On the top of the ring was amethyst. I now declare you Uzumaki Naruto and Nii Yukito husband and wife, Tsunade announced. Gleefully kissed the bride. Naruto grabbed her waist and pulled her close to his body, looking her into her eyes. He gently held her face and leaned in slowly before kissing his wife. Everyone applauded loudly. Let's cut the cake. So they did, followed by giving it out to everyone in the hall. Next, the guests were served a full-course dinner. After 3 hours of chatting and entertaining guests, the crowd began to leave. 6 in the evening, Hokage Mansion. Naruto sighed happily, stroking his wife's stomach as they were sitting on top of Naruto's head as in the rock face. He felt a feedback into the form of kicking. Moving, both future parents smiled. What should we name him or her? Yukito asked, wearing a maternally dress that of light blue stripes on, and doesn't matter what she's wearing. Uzumaki Kirikou if it's a girl, Tai if it's a boy. Naruto whispered and Yukito nodded. A child born in the midst of war, a hope for the new generation, light and peace. They watched as the sun began to dip down, causing its rays the alternately purplish sky. Saiti, Naruto started impaling a Harajuku kunai into the floor hundreds of meters below the Hokage's mansion's training ground. Sticking his hand out for Yukito to take, he said, "Shall we?" His wife smiled, taking his hand, both disappearing in a yellow flash. Hokage Mansion training grounds. The young couple reappeared with Yukito drawing a kunai. Wanna spar? Naruto gave a mock-hurt look. It's only been 3 hours since our marriage, and we're already having our first fight. The Kage-level Nikoheim smirked. Don't worry, this ground was built for the Hokage's practice, meaning that it has high resistance against our damaging moves. It should be fine. Naruto twirled his kunai. You're on, darling.
With a battle cry, the two charged each other. That is the end of chapter 41. And so yeah, chapter 42, the spar. Previously, the battle cry, two charges here. Sharingan activated. Yugito reached for an opening in Naruto's stomach. The male blonde backflipped away instinctively and followed up with a blast of wind from his mouth. Futon shuriken style vacuum wave. Nico Gaku Yukito replied. A stream of blue fire formed into a ball before launching itself at her husband. Naruto thrust his hand out, absorbing the jutsu. Futon Kuntun Yukito pouted. You aren't the only sage here, she said. Blue markings highlighted her eyes. Naruto's eyes widened in surprise. Senpo Kantan Sage art, fire style, blazing whirlwind. A huge spiral of fire spewed forth from Yurito's mouth, heading towards the other blondes. Shit, I can't absorb the sage chakra of other animals, Naruto thought, before quickly drawing his katana, the Uzumaki's sword. Uzumaki Kishi. Uzumaki returned, raising the Uzukian vortex blade. Naruto slashed through the spiral, after which the sword deflected the fire back at Yugito. Yugito nimbly maneuvered through the fire, proving her dexterity despite her pregnancy. Her katana and Kopunkin Ozora Gold appeared, ready to stab Naruto in the stomach. The Hokage front flipped, dodging the blade narrowly. At the same time, he tapped Yugito's back with his hand. The female rolled forward, turning back and launching another jutsu. Rasengan, she called. The blue orb rushing up to meet Naruto. The Kage was thrown back 20 meters, destroying a rock, rubbing the back of his head. Sheepishly, he said, I forgot you knew the Rasengan. And by the way, with that power, it should be an Odama Rasengan. Yugito charged toward Naruto while smirking. Who smirked? Listen, Hyakir-chan and Tokunkun. Your Kachan wants to kill your Tochan, Naruto shouted with a mock-hurt expression, dodging Yugito's slash. The Neko Hein Berry. Yeah, barely trained laughed, threw a jutsu after. She threw a jutsu after jutsu at Naruto. Clash of swordsmen, the Hokage yelled as he unleashed the Uzuken. Kanechin came slashing down, which Naruto parried with an upward strike. Yugito countered by flipping over the male blonde, then sticking out the sword, stabbing the Hokage's back. Naruto grinned as he disappeared in yellow flash, reappearing behind Yugito. How could he? Wait. Just now he tapped me on the back. So that's when he placed the jutsu formula, Yugito thought frantically as she swerved to the side, avoiding a swipe from the Uzuken. A sword glance glazed the floor, leaving behind a deep indent. Sutan Boku Shudo. Naruto took in a deep breath, expelling the fluid of water from his mouth, his wife body flickering away, almost getting swept away by the current. Raijin Jisubi. Yugito countered, releasing an enormous amount of Raijin chakra through the water. Moto Hiruzen Hijutsu Jukai Kenta. Multiple trees parted from the ground, racing the two opponents from the waterlogged ground. Yugito narrowed her eyes, whispering through the treetops towards her husband, Mikoto Seki no Jutsu. A wood spike shot out from the branches and head towards Yugito at high speed. She deflected them with the Kanopuken, sending them back at Naruto. In turn, Gomoken Blaze style, majestic destroying blaze. Over the weeks, Naruto had mastered Madara's jutsu and even used it with the Madarasu. An enormous wave of black flame rippled through the forest, melting the spikes and fanning towards Yugito. Surprisingly, the support on General Black Flames were put out at the same time, destroying many nearby trees underwater. And under the water's intense pressure, Naruto's eyes widened as he was knocked out of the treetop by a Senjutsu kick from Yugito, sending him flying down to the flooded forest floor, which was still charged with electricity. Yugito grinned until she heard a giant explosion, as many trees erupted, giving way to a giant chakra entity. Yusu no Batam Yasuke beats, Naruto yelled as his Susanoo threw 3 black magnets linked by a single chakra rope which threaded through the holes in the tomoe-shaped jewels. The projectile rotated like a flying guillotine, making a loud buzzing noise as it disseminated trees in its path towards Yugito. Kusho, the target, cursed as she jumped to the side, dodging the magnetum which whizzed by and superheated the surrounding air and caused a trail of steam in its wake. An unfortunate bird that was flying by got stuck by the projectile. The beads exploded in a fiery burst of chakra, forming fireworks, lightning, and darkening up the darkening sky. There was not even remainder, as the avian animals simply vaporized, ceasing to exist. Yugito's sweat drop, taking a shuriken, she fired at her amused husband. Shuriken Kagano Bucho no Jutsu, Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu. The shuriken multiplied in numbers, raining down on Naruto. Yoto no Kagu. Naruto yelled. A chakra shield formed to block waves of projectiles. Hijutsu, Hidden Jutsu. 1,000 flying water needles of death. The water in the air condensed to form Senbon, which flew towards Yugito. Senpo, Katan, Kodara, Stage Art, Fire Style, Gertie, Yugito shouted, swiping a large stream of flames, which became a giant flame dragon, melting most of the Senbons. Naruto clapped his hands, summoning Gamichi and Gamakatsu. Give me oil, Naruto ordered, to which Gamatsu replied, yes sir. Senpo, Gamatsu, Sage Art, Toad, Oil Bullet, Futon, Diapatsu, Naruto followed up, resulting in the oil speeding up with the wind sealing it? I don't fucking know. Gamakichi High Katan Indo Fire Style Flame Bullet. Gamakichi blew a stream of flames, igniting the Futon Enhanced Oil Bullet. Futon Gamma Inden Wind Style Toad Oil Flamethrower. The fire rushed towards his wife, who responded. Senpo, Suten Shikamachu, the 2 powerful jutsu clashed, causing a giant mist to fog the area. Simultaneously, the couple activated their dojutsu. The Toad brothers dispelled after Naruto gave them candy. He heard the sound of twig snapping. Shinra Tensei. A blast of Rinnegan's power sent Yugito flying back to the treetops, who was followed by Naruto, who jumped up after disappearing his Susanoo. Naruto took a deep breath. Chakra Katana. A pulse of sensory chakra was sent out in a wave locating Yugito's position. Naruto drew a kunai and threw in the thick mist, getting ready to make his wife surrender. Rotan Kamari Shinra lightning style, lightning bind. Yugito called out. 3 metal rods writhed around Naruto in a tricornation. Between the rods went solid waves of blue lightning with enough power to fry an elephant to ashes in less than a second. Dear wife, you really want to kill me, don't you? Naruto said with a chuckle. Oh, husband, I do, Yugito replied in the same teasing manner. Yield? Nope, Naruto replied, tearsing. Seriously, in a flash, he teleported behind Yugito. Oh, Kami, so close, Yugito complied, as Naruto had a Rasengan in his hand pressed towards her body. Yield, responded Naruto. No, Yugito said, about to move forward when Naruto grabbed her wrist. Face punishment. You shall be the first person I use this jutsu on, Naruto said as the Rasengan condensed to a small size. Rasengan, Icho no Dan. Rasengan, level 1. Naruto announced. Mainly, Yugito didn't know whether to laugh or cry. He shoved it right under her desk, reaching her womanhood. The mini orb stroked her. Yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick. Yeah, two blurs headed towards him. The two blurs became Minato and Kushina. Futon Reboot, Naruto yelled, unleashing a fearsome wind that blew away the mist over the forest. That was an awesome battle, to say the least, Mona said, ruffling his son's hair. Yeah, we even heard those. Yeah, in the fog, Kushina said. Then she turned towards Minato, bonking him on the head. You taught him that jutsu, she hissed. Minato copped his son's actions, raising his hand defensively. I didn't, he figured it out himself. Kushina gazed turned toward Naruto, who responded, even if it's a perverted jutsu, you did enjoy it when Tochan used it, didn't you, Kachan? Kushina blushed heavily before saying, I suppose so, Tenban, but that didn't mean I like its nature. Then she whacked Minato on the head again. Naruto gave his dad a sympathetic look before disappearing in a yell flash with Yugito. How could you, son? Minato yelled, betrayal leaking from his voice as he was beaten by Kushina. Naruto still stifled a laugh when he arrived at the house with his wife, having heard his father's call of betrayal. Yugito went to the kitchen preparing a special meal for 5. Aiken came rushing into the hall, holding a piece of paper in her hand. Nissan, look! The young Uzumaki squealed excitedly, showing her Amiken drawing that she had worked on in the evening. It was a picture of 5 people. The Uzumaki family drawn with surprising accuracy, considering that Aiken was 8. My, you have an artist's talent, Aikyo-chan, Naruto praised as his eyes scanned the drawing. The people were sitting on a bench like a family photo, with Minato and Kushina standing behind it. Naruto and Yugito sitting on it while Anko was sitting behind them, smiling brightly. It was a painting with vibrant assessment of color. Really? Akon asked, with stars in her eyes. Yes. Let's frame it on the wall. Naruto smiled, taking a wood frame from a drawer. After hanging it up, he sat at the table with his uh, surrogate sister and talked while waiting for Yugito's signature dish to be complete. 5 minutes later, his parents returned, one looking smug while the other looked dead. Yukito smiled, serving the food. Itukamatsu, the family dug into the safed, discussing training and war strategies. Well, except Aiken. After dinner, they headed to their respective rooms while Yukito and Naruto took a shower. Once they finished bathing, Yuto came out first, drying herself and slipping into her nightwear. She then sat on the bed waiting for her husband. When Naruto stepped out of the bath, he grinned as his beautiful wife. After changing into his nightwear, he got on the bed. I've never thanked you for how awesome you are, Yuto-han, Naruto said, gently patting her stomach. You gave me everything I have and ever wanted, love and a family, Naruto continued. And you, my Naruto-kui, you gave me a home and a child, returned Yugito. Smiling sweetly at her husband, Yugito said, I never needed a thing, just love is enough. I love you, Naruto-kui. Naruto smiled back, I love you too, Yuto-han. Their lips met in a moment of pure love and passion, leaving Yugito to spin the kiss and used her tongue. Naruto, for his part, activated the privacy silence seal around the room. After a session of snuggling, the couple fell asleep, wary of the day's events. 3 months later, Naruto narrowed his eyes at the first ripple of the water bubble appearing. Let the fourth great Shinobi War begin. Okay, everyone. Since I've read the first 42 chapters, if you want to finish the story, go on to, just look out The Rise of a Legend, a Naruto story, and you should find it should be like the first or second thing, and it'll be written by Oshira's Transmigrate. This is going to be the end of the series. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and goodbye.